What is going on, guys? Karma here once again, and welcome back to the channel, and let's get it started. So I'm not sure how you feel about the recoil in Infinite Warfare, but regardless, I know one person is concerned about the K-Bar 32's recoil, and his name is Edgardo Juarez. I hope I said that name right. He just wants to know what attachments reduce the recoil on the K-Bar 32, but really in general, the attachments that I test out can really go with any gun to reduce the recoil as well. So basically in this video I go through a mess of combinations of attachments and sights and finally figure out which attachments and sights make your weapon virtually have no recoil whatsoever. But enough of that, let's do this. Okay, so the K-Bar 32 without a grip is bad in recoil as I would have expected to be. The bullet pattern seems to be going very wide in a circular pattern and then makes the last couple bullets go upward. Then I throw on just the grip to see what it looked like then, but it doesn't seem to improve anything, and in fact, a foregrip by itself seems worse. The pattern goes up from a couple bullets and ends with a cluster when it gets higher up. Then I saw the Quickdraw improves accuracy in the stats, so I threw it on with the foregrip, and the pattern seems to improve with the cluster bullets hitting the area where you aimed at, and then making its way up with a couple bullets higher. So you've seen a couple of those. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with all the 1,000 combinations that I tried out, but I will say that I put on quite an effort to see what really works to reduce the recoil in the K-Bar 32 or any weapon that you might choose. So I ran through all these attachments that prove accuracy, and I must say with the K-Bar anyway, stay away from the suppressor. The suppressor makes the K-Bar much worse than recoil. So if you decide to throw in a suppressor on a K-Bar 32, make sure it's a small map, because in a long range gunfights, forget about it, unless you can get lucky or skilled enough to curve the bullets when they start fading away. Next, I examined all the sights because if you remember Black Ops 3, the VMC Sight and the BOA Sight made recoil virtually invisible when it was equipped. So most of those sights did help reduce the recoil, but there was one sight in particular that acts exactly the same way the VMC Sight did and the BOA Sight did in Black Ops 3, and that's going to be the VMC Sight. Now, with that being said, there are two different ways you can use this sight, one of which acts as red dot sight for close quarters battles, and the other has a zoom in feature for long range battles, so you can toggle both of those at any moment in real game. The reason we're going to toggle those in both long and close range battles is because the red dot sight part of it makes the recoil very bad, but the zoom in part of it completely rids any sort of recoil. So what I would do with the VMC Sight is if I'm in a building, switch to the red dot sight part of it, and anywhere else, switch to the zoom in part of it. Because outside of buildings, most likely you're getting long range battles. Not saying you can't always use the zoom in sight at all times, because you can. It's just going to feel a little uncomfortable if you're not used to it. Now, I know for sure this sight isn't for me because I tried it many times in game. I'm not a guy to use the zoom in sight. I know many of you out there using snipers as quick scopers enjoy the close battles with them, so you have to zoom in there. And if you ever use the many sights that zoomed in the past Call of Duties, this sight would be awesome for you. Alright, that about does it. I have one more request to do before I am bone dry requests, so if you have one, don't be shy to shoot me a comment or hit me up on Twitter. Link will be in the description below. If not, I am sure I'll cook up something for you guys regardless. If you enjoyed, jump on that thumbs up button and sub a dub to see more Infinite Warfare videos. Until next time, I say goodbye and good luck.